Are we there yet?
No.
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 Are we there yet?
You little...
Homer, I think we're there.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Titan Quest 2. I could finally unseal these lips. If you are watching this video, that means the embargo has lifted. Early access of Titan Quest 2 is available at $23.99. Huge shout out to THQ Nordic and Grimlore Studios for giving me an early access version so I could test out and make this video. But just know that this video is not sponsored. I could literally tell you whatever I want, the goods and the bads, and there is a lot to discuss. Now, this is going to be a first impressions video, not a deep dive into all of the systems. I was only given about 48 hours to play the game, so we're going to jump into it. Now, I want to say right at the beginning, and I hope you all really appreciate this, I want to do more of the not stringing you along till the end of the video. If you are not a fan of early access games, and this just goes for most early access games, I don't know if Titan Quest 2 is going to be for you. I cleared 80-85% of the maps. I did every side quest that I encountered, and I beat the entire early access version in 6 hours and 15 minutes. And it's probably shorter than that because I also left it logged in when I was putting kids to bed and stuff like that. But all in all, it totaled 6 hours and 15 minutes on this character, and I got the notification that you have completed early access. Now, that does not mean that there wasn't a good, fun, enjoyable time during those 6 hours, and I think if I listened to all the dialogue, I fully explored all the maps, I took the time to really theory craft my build, you could probably double that 6 hour experience to 12 hours. And obviously at $24, you'll spend 25 bucks at the movies for 2 hours. So it's all about your mentality. If you get 6 to 10 hours of time for 20 bucks, is that value added or no? This is another early access with just not enough content. That's up for you to decide, but just know that the content is pretty small. We are now logged into Titan Quest 2 early access on my level 20 rogue, and I want to start with the good now that we're in game. This game is launching with some of the best visuals you will see inside of an isometric action RPG. The environments and the areas are absolutely stunning. We're going to go on a little walking tour right now so you can kind of get an idea. You see the water flowing. You'll come across this bridge and the camera will pan out so you can see the full view of the waterfalls and the water, the trees, the statues. There's always little things moving in the background. It definitely feels alive. I really like the visuals in this game. And we'll play for a little bit. I'm going to take you to an area over here that I was pretty impressed with. It's not too far of a walk. Now, I will say the movement, and this is most action RPGs, is a little floaty. So every once in a while, you don't feel that connected to the ground, but you get to jump over cliffs. You get to go up steps, up and down ladders. I really like the environment. I really, really like the environment. And this one, I want to show you this little lookout point I found up here. Hold on. Get out of here, snakes. Come here. Right here. Look at that. And obviously this is where we just ran from. We just ran up the cliff to get a better shot of it. Visuals, incredible. The next thing I want to show you that I really enjoyed is the travel in this game. So if you pull up your portal, click on it, you have all your different waypoints. Click on it, bam. You are there. You don't actually have to run to a waypoint. And when you find this, oh no, I don't want to go there. I want to go back here. Traversing the maps is very, very cool. On top of that, if you die, not saying that I did die the entire time I'm playing, your corpse actually pops up as its own portal. So you can just click on it. This isn't a death portal, but it would be. and you can just go right back to where you died, so you don't have to run back. Very nice quality of life. The next thing I want to talk about is storage, and I was actually shocked by this. Normally when you're talking about isometric action RPGs, especially in early access, normally your storage sucks. Not in Titan Quest 2. When you open up your storage here, you have a sort button to sort all your items. Check this out. You can actually customize the tab with the name you want, color you want, and custom icon. Very Last Epoch-like. And you can pop out the tabs. So you can click on them here instead of having to use some kind of top menu. And then to purchase more tabs, you just use in-game gold. Very impressed with the storage system. Now let's talk combat, and this one's a little more difficult. I put Titan Quest 2 Early Access in the average category. Now, when you think about isometric action RPGs, Torchlight, Last Epoch, Diablo, PoE, how fun is combat early game? Your first 10 levels, your first 20 levels. Normally it's pretty slow and you're still kind of building out your character. So for Titan Quest 2, obviously, I'm only level 20 and I have completed early access, so I don't know what combat is going to be like in the future. I can only kind of describe how it is now. And for me, basically, the way I made it is I can shadow walk here, I can stomp, and then I throw spears. And it is very, very efficient. But what's weird about this game is it's almost set up as a generator spender, but it's not. It's actually a spender. So your basic skill that you start with, your primary attack, still uses energy. And then normally all the other skills you use also uses energy. So when I'm gearing out my character, especially early game, literally the number one thing I am looking for is energy. So like energy regen, so that I could throw my little spears as quick as possible, because when you run out of mana, you just kind of run in circles until it recharges so you could throw more. So combat early on, average. So now let's talk about the system that I was most interested in, and that is character customization. How much tinkering can you do with your class in Titan Quest 2? And I'll take you through the systems right now. There's a decent amount, especially for launching early access. Start off with your core systems. This is your dash, your barrier, and attack 1 and attack 2. And I chose to not put any upgrades into these. It's like, how exciting is it to like upgrade your basic ability? I'm sure it's actually probably really good. And I was like, it's just kind of boring. What I did is the first mastery that I selected was the Rogue. And this is the 4th mastery and the newest one that they put into Titan Quest 2. Now, every single time you level up, you're going to get active points and you're going to get passive points. And you'll see here that for the Rogue, there is 7 skills and there is 11 passives. And early in the campaign as well, you're going to unlock your 2nd mastery, which I selected Warfare. And for Warfare, there is 8 skills and it looks like there is 10 different passive points. And you could jump between either of them or your core skills and put your active points wherever you want. Also, as you are leveling and going through the campaign, you're going to get divinity, and your divinity, you just come over here, and as you level up your divinity, you unlock higher tiers of skills and passives. And the idea is to just kind of make the best thing you can. Now, when you are clicking on this, like my main ability is Trick Shot. This is what I went into. I put 17 points in it to max it out, which gives you all these modifiers. And then you can go in and pick the modifiers on what you want. I just went, because I didn't, I'm brand new to the game. I just went as simple as humanly possible. A throwing, spear, ranged attack, dagger. And I took all a 100% multiplicative damage and got it up to 918. There's all these different interactions you can work with, like you can hit an enemy with mark, and then when you hit a marked enemy, you do more damage. You can go into ailment, you can go into ruptures, shrapnel, you could turn it into a spell, you could use shadow daggers, lots of stuff you could do. I just went very basic, and we literally crushed the first 2 acts of the campaign, going the first skill that I selected, all multiplicative damage. So just FYI. But obviously there's lots of tinkering you can do in this system. Now, something else that I really like is in here. If I'm just like, no, I don't want this anymore. Bam, that's gone. And now we are an ailment build. I'll put 5 points into ailment and then I want to go into Erupt, and then I want to go into Shrapnel. Bam, just like that. My core skill, what I am using, is completely different. So I like that they allow you to respec on the fly and test different things. That is great. Now, if you actually want to change your active points, you can go into respec mode right here, and you could pull points out, and it's a simple gold cost, and I never got close to running out of gold. You can see even right now, if I want to completely respec my main skill, I've got 40,000 gold, and that's going to cost 918, which is practically nothing. So you could respec on the fly and change all the modifiers whenever you want. I really, really like this system. Now, there is a little bit in here of an illusion of choice. So for example, if I'm a ranged attack, that means that melee abilities, ailment abilities, spell abilities are immediately out. So it's like, okay, how many options do I really have? And there isn't that much. The game kind of guides you through what you want to pick. But there's enough character customization in these systems that there's going to be some pretty fun builds that I think people are going to come up with. Okay. And you get us refund all. Moving on to your gear. Now in here, I actually do like the UI. I think some people are going to think it is pretty basic. So you've got your helmet, your shoulders, army. I am dual wielding. I've got a sword and a dagger. I found 2 epic items, which are purple color, throughout the entire playthrough to level 20. You've got boots on here, you've got rings and an amulet. So you find a lot of gear. Now this game does kind of have a little bit of that problem where, you know, you'll find an epic item and this will be level 15, and then you'll find a white or a blue item, much lower rarity, but it's a higher base level. So it's level 20, level 21, and it does more damage. So you do kind of out-level your gear pretty often, which does suck if you find something that's good. But anytime I found something that had energy regen on it, it pretty much stuck with me for a pretty long time. They also do a good job of detailing your character. So you have your basic info here, and pretty cool little quality of life. When you level up, instead of going into your menu and leveling up your attributes here, you could actually do it inside of the character menu. So you can go in here and level up your attributes. This game has an attribute system, and the gear that you wear has attribute requirements. So you will know that since I went rogue, I went all into agility. So most of the items I wear are agility, pretty basic system. But you've got your basic details, your advanced details are awesome. So I tried to get as much critical strike chance as humanly possible with the build. It breaks down your resistances, your weapon attacks, and you have in here your miscellaneous as well. You can see time played 6 hours and 6 hours and 32 minutes. And it's because I'm recording this video that the time is going up. Yeah, I really like this system. Gear is decently exciting. I feel like I picked up every single yellow item from the time I was playing and looked at it because there's a lot of really interesting modifiers. I thought for early access, gear was pretty nice. Now, the last thing I want to talk about on this first impressions video is exploring. Is this game kind of open world, or is it just kind of linear progression? And it's a decent mix of both. Now, if you just want to finish the main story, you don't care about all the side content, for the most part, you're just going to head north, and you'll keep going north and north and north, and then you will hit the temple, and then you come over here and you knock out the temple and you're done with early access. But I gotta say that if you look at this map, these are little jump points or parts where you climb or go over something. The game does a decent job at rewarding you for going in, basically going the opposite direction of where the quest is. And I think I probably could have completed this, I don't know, maybe in half the time if I didn't complete all these little side dungeons and side bosses. Like, a lot of this is not required, but it does help level you, gear you up, and get you ready for all the fights in the game. So if you do like exploring, I think you're gonna like Titan Quest 2. All right, everybody, that's the video. My first impressions on Titan Quest 2. I really enjoyed the time I had with it, but as you could probably guess, I just want more. It is just a very, very small early access as far as content goes, but the time I did spend playing the game was very enjoyable. And obviously I'm going to be streaming this today on Air and Action RPG on Twitch. So you can come by and ask questions. I'm just going to do a complete start over and I don't know, I'll pick something different to play. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I wish I could have went in depth into these systems, but I'll do that during stream and maybe some future videos. Do you plan on picking up Titan Quest 2 right now on sale for $23.99? Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I have earned it. Check out my website, actionrpg.com, which is newly launched, kind of in its beta form. And don't forget to join the Discord. Subathon coming up August 21st for Season 3 of Last Epoch. It's where we do all our Subathon shenanigans, is in Discord, movie night, game night, and giveaways. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.